Aston Villa 2, Arsenal 1. The 18-game unbeaten streak comes to an end. And I won't lie, there's just one word that comes to mind. Gutted. Absolutely gutted. But hey, if you're new around here, make sure you're subscribing to the channel, make sure you're hitting the like button, and make sure you are hitting the notification bell so whenever I go live or drop a video, you don't miss it. And hype this up, comment, warm up the algorithms, and I guess everybody let me know your view on this game. So look, let me just start by saying, I don't think that any team deserved the win. Like, there wasn't much between the two teams. I feel like Aston Villa definitely had the better spells in the first half. I think Arsenal had the better spells in the second half. It felt like 10 minutes here was ours, 10 minutes theirs was theirs. It was kind of back and forth. A very open game, much more open than what I expected it to be. But hey, if I had to put this loss on somebody, for me, it has to be Mikel Arteta. Because, well, for a few things, just in my mind. One of which being the lineup, the starting lineup. And immediately I was unhappy when I saw it because we had no runners in the attack. Absolutely no runners. He went with Eze on the left, Marino in the 9, and Saka on the right. Now, look, if you're going to play, well, first of all, I don't even know why Marino's starting. Like, let's not get gassed over his recent goal-scoring form. He's not our best 9. Our best 9 is Victor Gyökeres, who was fit enough to start, but he was left on the bench. I feel like what Marino's been doing recently has gassed up Mikel Arteta's head, yeah? But if you are going to start Mikel Marino, yeah, you definitely don't want to start with 2 inside forwards who want the ball to feet. That's what you don't do. You definitely don't do that. If you're going to start Marino, you need wide players that are willing to run in behind, because obviously he's going to drop deep, pick up the ball, and he's going to want to, literally every assist he's done has been somebody making a run. He's going to drop deep, he's going to scan, look for that ball over the top. Oh, they're making the run. Boom. So I don't know, like the way that he set up the front line, especially, it immediately just felt like it was going to be a slow game. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong, like we still should be able to win with that forward line, especially considering it's Saka and Eze, both really good players. But Eze had a horrible game, absolute horrible game. I'll be real, just like so bad. He just was non-existent. He was a ghost. Like, and do you know what? Look, if I'm Eze, because this is how I'm looking at it as a fan, yeah. Scored a hat-trick against Tottenham in the 10. Was very pivotal in the destruction of Bayern in the 10. Pretty sure the goal he scored against Palace was him in the 10 as well. He's been playing good as of recent. A lot of his good recent form, don't get me wrong, everybody was poor at Chelsea. But when he's had his good recent performances, he's been in the 10. So for then you to, I don't know, just move him and put Ødegaard there immediately, to me, it's like, I can understand why he'd be a bit ghost from the game. You know, he's been used to playing centrally. He's been used to being in those type of areas. You put him out wide, he hasn't played there in a while, he's got to get used to it again. It's pretty simple. And I mean, the way that Villa press, like, really, what type of space is he going to get? But he was non-existent. He was a ghost. Saka, I feel, was the better of a bad bunch. You know, I feel like a lot of positive things came through Saka. He created our most chances. He got the assist. He was a threat for the majority of the game. So some would argue you should do more. And I guess, I mean, if you're Bukayo Saka at Arsenal, meant to be our talisman, maybe you do. But you did something at the very least, in it. And look, the game's 1-1. And I had accepted, look, it's a draw. Then to get that dagger in the last moment of the game, the last kick of the game, like, it's still very hard to process. It's still very hard to process. So gutted is the word. Yeah. Also, just on Ødegaard, yeah. I think it's very difficult for Zubimendi to play his game when Ødegaard's in the midfield, because Ødegaard, actually, do you know what? I'm going to go a step further. When Ødegaard and the Moreno's, so Ødegaard's playing in the midfield, and then Moreno's playing in the 9. Because not only does Ødegaard like to drop deep to pick up the ball, which then doesn't really allow Zubimendi to kind of control the game he wants to, Moreno drops into the midfield as well. So they're just dragging a whole bunch of man over to Zubimendi and just crowding out the midfield. And it's like, how can he really play his game? He's kind of forced into like playing these stupid 2-yard passes to the side, because like he's looking at the gate and no one's ahead of, like, there's no one in that. There was loads of times that there was that space there right in front of him and no one's there. Ødegaard's over there. Rice is over there, like Calafiori's come up, he's there, like, do you get me? Timber's pushed up, he's there, and it's like, okay, cool, I guess I just got to pass to the side then. Ezza's over there, like, Saka's over there, Moreno, he's come somewhere over, like, no one's in, there's a space in the middle, no one's there. Nobody's there. So it's like, cool, I get it. I don't really know how you're meant to play your game when that's the case, innit? But that was the case, yeah? Now, look, we just have to move on. It's just that simple. Like, I'm gutted, but it's like, I'm gutted in isolation. Like, to me, it's like, cool, boom. We got Champions League midweek, boom, next weekend, we got Wolves at home, 3 points. Now we're kind of in a summer. We need to, like, all the games in December has to be WWWWW. You get me? No, like, no more drop points. We can't drop any more points in December. Because, like, then we're just asking for people to overtake us, innit? Do you know what I mean? It's like, here you go. Do you know what I mean? It's like, here you go, take it. You know, we're top of the table. We're still top of the table. So anyone that's losing their mind on a mad thing, it's all performative. It's all for views, all for clicks, all for game, all of that stuff, yeah. We're still top of the table. If we carry on dropping points, then we're literally going, here you go, just take the league. We don't want it. Here you go, have it. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. But Arteta needs to understand, yeah, like, because I wanted to use the word learn, but it's not really about learning. Yeah, you don't have to learn that you play your 9 in the 9. It's not learning. It's pretty simple. It's pretty basic stuff. You know what I'm saying? Put your 9 in the 9. Do you know the 9 that you signed that does all the things you need a 9 to do? And when Gyökeres came on the pitch, he was stretching the defense. His movement, like, it freed up more space. Moreno wasn't clogging up the midfield no more. There was more space centrally. It's no surprise that when we came out in the second half, we came out in the ascendancy, because the shape was different. Like, the way it was just different. So every single game now, start Gyökeres. If Gyökeres doesn't bang, then you can bring Moreno on. You don't do it the other way. You get me? Don't do it the other way. So it doesn't make sense. Don't do it the other way. And then maybe when Havertz comes back, it's like, cool, start Gyökeres. Gyökeres ain't banging, bring on Havertz. Havertz don't bang, okay, cool. Maybe bring on Moreno in the midfield, and then they can do their interchange. Do you know what I mean? But you don't not start with your 9. It doesn't make sense. It's just pretty simple. And then now when you have Ezza on the left, he's playing with the better players. Like, Ezza, someone who, yeah, he I guess he thrives more from being direct and shooting, and he's not really the passer. But having someone like Gyökeres up top gives him more space to do things because they're focused on him. They're not focused on Eze. They're focused on him. Everyone's crowded on him. Magneto is what I call him. So yeah, I don't know, man. Didn't like that lineup. Yeah. And it just is what it is. Aston Villa, they're the form team at the moment. You know, they won 7 on the bounce now. And at some point, you just got to take your hat off to the cool fairs, innit? Do you know what I mean? Fair play. Like, you're doing your thing, innit? So, yeah, we just have to move on to the next game. Focus on that. Get back to winning ways. Well, I say get back to winning ways. We won our previous game. You know what I mean? So... And then we drew the one before that, but we won the one before. You know what I mean? So it's not like get back to a more consistent winning ways. And yeah, just carry on doing what we're doing. But yeah, people, let me know what you think in the comments below. All of that stuff. Yeah. I love you and leave you. And yeah, come on, you Gunners.